Hello and welcome back to Spekd. For me, when Abaddon dropped, it was obvious that the Chaos Terminators had to return. And they are back. From the warp, replenished, returned, full of power to restore the ranks of the Black Legion in a slow-moving and ever-menacing way. As we know, every step a Marine takes inside that suit of Terminator armor must be precise, full of purpose, destruction, and accurate. And all that's just due to the lack of mobility inherent to the design, enhancing the strength and durability, overall making them move very slowly. So I started thinking, who would be the Imperial character? A version of Abaddon to inspire the players to get them to put their Terminators back onto the tabletop. Because all the love just can't be for Chaos. And my first thoughts was Dante, the chapter master of the Blood Angels. For one, he's inside the Cicatrix Maledictum, so he can send support, has near unlimited resources from the Imperium, and carries a strong human aspect. Dante is considered an equal by some of the Primarchs, with Lieutenant Gilliman being one of them. And if he was Abaddon's counterpart, that would make for a great "your father killed my father" story, and would make that battle even sweeter. But recently, looking back at Space Hulk over the years, it shows the Terminators in the blood red of the Angels. And I just thought about that and considered that could be my bias as an Angels loyalist. I then reflected back again on Dante and the Blood Angels as characters, and they're all about high speed, movement, jetpacks. And that's totally the opposite of the Terminator's armor. Currently, the Blood Angels have lost a massive portion of their forces, so they can only really be replenished by the Primarch Marines at this time. Physically, I don't think Dante is ready to fight a warp-infused Abaddon. Don't get me wrong, it will be a great battle, but from a game point of view, not so much. His game stats currently need a lot of work and doesn't match the point cost of the model. But in future, keep an eye out for Dante Prime. Terminators, as I said before, are more methodical, so I had a little think and came up with something else, or should I say someone else. But before I tell you who, as I think you'll kill me in the comments, hear me out and hear why I think this character will be a perfect counterpart for Abaddon. I believe that the standard template construct, the STCs, for the Terminator armor is currently lost, or the suits are really hard to make, so they can't be rapidly mass produced. Now that could be the reason why the Primaris don't have a Primaris Terminator armor. They have the Gravis, but it looks totally different from legacy armors of Terminator, such as the Tartarus, the Cataphracti, and the Assault Terminator armors. Also, each Terminator armor has to be well looked after or it's permanently destroyed, especially if they cannot reconstruct them. And most Terminator suits have a bundle of purity sills in the hope that they stay blessed and keep working. Now, this will normally be a problem for most chapters, other than the Salamanders. They're slow to move, so the Terminator suits fit them, but they're also decisive when they act. They are known artisans, perfecting in making armor and weapons, and it all seems to be in their DNA from their Primarch father, Vulcan. To explain a bit more, I believe Vulcan has embedded by the Emperor in his Primarch DNA all of the weapons, armor and vehicle STCs. As the most human of the Primarchs, he tries to always protect humanity. In the past, he made weapons of mass destruction and sends them away or hides them. This makes him a perfect safeguard for humanity, especially from its own self-destruction. And the Emperor knows this. Vulcan can, in times of need, then create what's needed for survival of mankind. And that would make Vulcan's long absences make more sense. I know it's a bit of a stretch, but imagine Abaddon arrived on Vigius, spouting of how warp gates are open, and the Legion of all time will arrive. The Ultramarines and Space Wolf forces and supply lines are running low. Gilliman's in situ forces are overwhelmed. And then he smiles and says, I knew this would happen, so I called a friend. And that's when drop pods fall from the sky and the ozone starts to burn as Vulcan and his Terminators teleport in, unleashing flamers and the roars of melters. I mean, man, that would just be a crazy fight. But I can only dream. But it has got me thinking. If Games Workshop releases a loyalist Primarch to balance against a growing horde of chaos, and it's Vulcan, it will be time to start that new Salamander army right now. But if they did select a new Primarch to create a loyalist one, who do you think it would be? Tell me why. Put it in the comments below. I would love to know what you think. And as always, I appreciate your time. I've enjoyed my time, and this has been Spekd. PC out. Guys, just to let you know, I don't own any of this artwork and it's beautiful. If you can let me know who the painters are for the models or they come forward themselves, I'll be more than happy to give them credit.